This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about data types, and we have discussed what exactly a data type and what it indicates, and what are the various categories of data types that we have in Apex programming. So what exactly the primitive data types and what is the use, and what primitive data types that we have in Apex programming we have discussed, and we have discussed about the significance of each data type, what type of data that each data type can hold, we have discussed in the previous session. And then we have discussed about a subject data types, which are used to store the Salesforce subject records, and what kind of a subject data types that we have in Salesforce we have discussed. And by using these data types, how can we define the variables we have discussed? And what exactly a variable and what is the use, how to define the variables in Apex programming, and how can we assign the values to the variables, and what kind of rules are the standards or the naming conventions we used to follow upon defining the variables we have discussed in the previous session. Now, so once the variables has been defined with the required values, then how can we perform the operations on those values? We'll see practically today with the help of operators. So we have to understand what exactly an operator and what it indicates, what categories of operators that we have in Apex programming, what is the use of each operator, and how to use them to perform the operations on the variable values we'll see. And once the operations has been done, whatever the results has been generated, how can we represent the results on the debug log file by using output statements? We'll see practically today. Now, so let's come to that operators first. So we have to understand what exactly an operator, what it indicates, what categories of operators are available. Now let me explain one by one. Now, for example, come to a small scenario. For example, I have two values are available with me. Like I'm having 4,000 and then 1,450. These are the two values. Now tell me, these two values will be of type what? Integer. Okay, integer. That means numerical. These two values will be of type numerical. Now, what kind of operations that we can do on these numerical values? Arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. Like that, these are the operations here. So we can perform the operations. So now these are the numerical values. On these numerical values, we can perform arithmetic operations or mathematical calculations. Now, for example, I would like to use the arithmetic operations between these two values. In order to perform the arithmetic operation, that means addition operation between these two, I'm going to be using this plus symbol. I'm using plus symbol to perform addition. Now tell me, instead of using this plus symbol, can I use a dollar symbol here to perform the addition? No. Can I use at the rate symbol to perform this addition? No. Can I use hash symbol to perform the addition? No, we can't use them because as part of mathematics, we have a standard notations. We have a standard symbol that is called as plus, which is used to perform arithmetic operation that is addition. In order to perform the addition operation on two values, we are using the help of a plus symbol. Now, so now tell me in this case, so whatever the two values that we have, like 4000 and then 1450, these values will be called as what? These values will be called as operands. Now this plus symbol will be called as what? Operator. Now, so what this operator will do? Addition. That means it will perform some operations on what? Operands. Okay, now, then how can we define an operator? Operator is nothing but a symbol. Okay, operator is nothing but a symbol which performs the operations on operands. Okay, operator is nothing but a symbol which performs the operations on operands. Now, so in this case, whenever we are performing the operations on values available inside my Apex programming, we are having so many operators are available because we have various types of values are available with me. Not only numerical, I'm having id values, I'm having date values, I'm having time values, I'm having string values, I'm having boolean values. So many types of values are available. On these values, to perform the operations, Apex programming provides a collection of operators. So whatever the operators given by Apex programming, all the operators has been divided into five categories. Okay, whatever the operators that we have in Apex programming, all the operators has been divided into five categories. First one, arithmetic operators. These are also called as mathematical operators. Second one, relational operators. These are also called as comparison operators. Third one, logical operators. Fourth one, increment or decremental operators. And the fifth one, assignment operators. Okay, these are the five categories. Arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, increment or decrement operators, and assignment operators. These are the five categories are available. In each category, what operators are available, what is the use of each operator, we'll see one by one. Okay, clear up to this one? Now, make a note of this one. Operators. So once the variables has been defined, once the variables has been defined and initialized with the respective values, then we can perform the required operations on the values by using various operators. Once a variables has been defined and initialized with the respective values, then we can perform the required operations on the values by using various operators. Operator is nothing but a symbol. Operator is nothing but a symbol which performs certain operations on the operands. Operator is nothing but a symbol which performs certain operations on the operands. Apex provides various categories of operators as below. First one, arithmetic operators or mathematical operators. Second one, relational or comparison operators. Third one, logical operators. Fourth one, increment or decremental operators. Fifth one, assignment operators. Assignment operators. These are the five categories of operators are available in Apex programming. Write only the first one. Remaining four, don't write that. I will be giving what operators are available in each category one by one. Now, so let's see. Arithmetic operators. What arithmetic operators that we have? These are for what? Okay. Those are comes under basic mathematical calculations. In order to perform the basic mathematical calculations, we are using arithmetic operators. Now tell me what arithmetic operators that we are aware of. We are aware of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Generally, modulus will be represented as percentage. But in Apex programming language, percentage will not be supported. Percentage character will not be supported. If you want to do that modulus operations, we have to use the help of a class called as a math class. Math is a ready-made class given by Apex programming. Math is a ready-made class given by Apex programming which contains a collection of functions to perform the various mathematical calculations. Like we can perform the trigonometrical calculations, exponential calculations, logarithmic calculations, all the calculations we can do with the help of math class. In this math class, we have a ready-made method called as mod. Okay, math dot mod. Here we have to pass the values over here. Okay, math dot mod. Instead of using percentage symbol, we are using math dot mod. Okay, because when you go to the other programming languages, percentage will be supported. But in Apex programming, percentage will not be supported. It will be replacing the percentage with math dot mod. So in this case, in order to perform the basic mathematical calculations, we are using the various arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. That means the math dot mod. Okay. Now, so now let's come to the scenario here. For example, I'm using 2,500 plus 14,000. What is the result then? 16,500. Right. Suppose, for example, we have welcome plus 1900. Hmm. What will happen in this case? Generally, addition operator is for what? To do the addition between two numerical values. But here we have two values, that means two operands, but one operand is of type string, second operand is of type numerical. In this case, what will happen? Will it show any compilation error or runtime error? Will it perform any operation or what? Hmm. So what is the result here? In this case, whenever we are using this plus symbol between the two operands, if both the operands of type integer or the numerical, it will do the addition automatically. Suppose if any of the operand is of type string, it will do concatenation. Concatenation means
Concatenation.
appending side by side.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this case, it will represent the result welcome
Welcome 1900.
1900. That means what? Depends upon the operands, this operator will be behaving differently here. If both are numerical, okay, if both are numerical, it will do addition. If any of the value is of type string, it will do that concatenation here. So depends upon the operands, it is behaving differently. This kind of functionality is available only for plus. Suppose if you are using minus, it will show the compilation error. Only plus is having this additional capability here. Now, why? Because generally when you go to other programming languages, for addition we are using plus symbol. For the concatenation, people are using ampersand symbol here. Now, in Apex programming, they are avoiding this percent ampersand symbol. To replace this, they are using same plus symbol itself. Okay, for addition and concatenation, for both the cases, we have to use only plus symbol here. Clear? Now, for example, I'm having welcome India. Then what is the result then? Welcome India. Okay. Now, that means if any of the operand is of type string, it may be left side, right side, anything, it will be returning the result as concatenation here automatically. If both are numerical, addition. If any one is of type string, it will do concatenation. Clear? Now. So now let's see in this case. Here we have division operator and the modulus operator. What is the difference between these two? Okay. Division. Hmm. Now, in this case here, for example, I'm writing the statement like this here. 5 by 2, that means division. I'm writing math dot mod of 5 comma 2. Then what will be the results here? Now, in this case, it is going to be dividing that, okay, now 5 with 2. It will be dividing 2 times completely here. We are having 1 will be the remainder. So now this value will be called as what? Remainder value. This is the remainder. This value is called as what? Quotient value. This is the quotient. Now, so whenever we are using this division, division will be returning quotient value. Modulus will be returning remainder value here. This is the difference. If you want quotient, then go with the division. If you want remainder, you can go with modulus here. Depends upon your requirement. Now, I'm indicating these values. Clear? Understood the concept here? These are the basic mathematical operators that we have, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. Okay, next. Second category, relational or comparison operators. Now tell me what relational or comparison operators that we have in Apex programming. Generally, in mathematics, what relational operators we have? Right, less than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, equals to, not equals to, like that. Same. Here also, we have less than or equals to, greater than, greater than or equals to, equals to, not equals to. And along with that, we have equals function also. Okay, equals function also. So which is used to compare whether two values are equals or not. Now, so in this case, as part of these relational operators, these are the various relational operators are available in order to compare the values, to check which one is biggest one, which one is smallest one, whether both are equals or not, both are different or not. We can compare with the help of relational or comparison operators. So we have less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, not equals to, and then equals a function. So now when you go to the interviews, okay, it's a common question in every interview, the difference between equality operator and equals a function. Because both are for same purpose. Equality also to check whether both the values are equals or not. Equals a function also to check both are equals or not. Then what is the difference between these two? When should we go for equality operator? That means a double equals. When should we go for equals a function? It's a common question in every interview. Now, let me explain what exactly the difference between these two. Equality operator and the equals a function. What is the difference? Okay, now let me explain. It's a very, very common question in every interview. Now, for example, I would like to compare two values. Both will be string type. If it is a numerical, we can compare directly. Equality is sufficient. But I have two string values are available. Okay, I have two string values. Now I would like to compare whether both the string values are identical or not. In that case, whenever we are comparing the string values, there are two types of comparisons. We have two types of comparisons are available upon comparing string values. So the first one, text comparison. Second one, binary comparison. Okay, text comparison, binary comparison. Then what is text comparison? How it works? What is binary comparison? How it works? From these two operators, that means the equality and equals function, which one supports text comparison, which one supports binary comparison, how they works and what is the difference between these two. Now let me explain. Now, let me explain the text comparison first, how it works. First, we'll see text comparison, then we will see binary comparison. Both will see. Text comparison and binary comparison, okay, both will see one by one. Then what exactly the text comparison, what exactly the binary comparison, we'll see that. Now let's see. For example, I'm having two strings are available with me. I'm having two string values. Welcome. This is also welcome. Okay, two string values are available with me. I have two string values are available. Welcome and welcome. Now let's see how text comparison will work, how the binary comparison will work. Okay, now let's see. So now tell me, whenever it is comparing these two values, first of all, it will check how many characters available. Here, how many characters here? Seven characters. Here, how many characters? Seven characters. Okay, seven characters. So now both are having the same number of characters over here. Okay, both are having same number of characters. Now it will compare the characters character by character. Whatever the characters are available, it will be comparing character by character. Now let's see. It will take the first character over here. It will take the first character, W. It will take the first character, W. Now it will check whether both are same or not. It will check whether both are same or not. So now upon comparing these characters, it won't consider whether it is uppercase, lowercase, it won't bother about all these things. Simply it will check. Here first one is W. Here also W or not. Is it uppercase W, lowercase W? It won't bother about that. That is the principle of text comparison. In text comparison, simply it will be comparing the character, but it won't consider the case. Is it uppercase, lowercase? It won't bother about that. So in this case, here also W, here also W. But here capital W, here small w. It won't consider this case over here. Just it will check both are W or not. Yes, both are W. Next, it will take the second character here, E. Here also it will collect that second character, E. It will check both are same or not. Yes, both are same. Then it will take the third character. Here also third character. So now both are same. Fourth one, C. It will collect that fourth character. It will check both are same or not. Yes, both are same. Next, O. Here also it will take O. It will check both are same or not. Yes, both are same. Next, M. It will collect that M. Here also it will collect M. It will check that both are same or not. Yes, both are same. It will take the last character. Here also it will collect last character. It will check it out. Both are same or not. Yes, both are same. So in this case, if all the characters are same, now it is going to be returning the value true. That means both are identical. Okay, both are identical. Both are identical. That means both are same. Clear? This is how the text comparison will work. As part of this text comparison simply comparing the characters character by character. Upon comparing the character, it won't consider the case. Is it uppercase, lowercase? It won't bother about that. Simply it will check here also A, here also A or not. Is it uppercase A, lowercase A? It won't bother about that. Okay, next. Now, let's come to the binary comparison, how it works. So in this case, as part of this binary comparison, now here also we have seven characters, here also seven characters here. Okay, now suppose for example, here we have seven characters, here we have six characters. Then what we can do? Straightforward, we can say both are different. Okay, because number of characters are not same, so both are different. Straightforward. Okay, now, but here also we have seven characters are available. If both are having same number of characters, then it will start comparing character by character over here. Now, so now here in this case here, It will take that first character W. Here also it will take the first character W. It will collect the first characters over here. So once the characters has been collected, it will collect that associated ASCII code. ASCII code. So for each character, whatever the keys that we have inside your keyboard, inside your system, whatever the keys that we have for each key, there is a specific ASCII code. Now, so now it is collecting the ASCII code over here. It will collect the ASCII code. So now when coming to the character, suppose if it is a capital A, it will be having the ASCII code of some 65, capital B 66, capital C 67, capital D 68. Like that we are having that ASCII codes. If it is a small a, 96, small b, 97, small c, 98. Like that we are having ASCII codes are available. Now, if you don't know these ASCII codes, just you can go to the Google, we can check it out. ASCII code chart. We are having so many ASCII code charts are available. We can take any ASCII code chart also here. Now, click on this ASCII code chart. Now we can see. Let's see this. Now we are having capital A. What is the value? 65. Capital B 66. Capital C 67. Capital D 68. Like that we are having. For small a, we are having 97, small b, 98, small c, 99. Like that, we are having this ASCII values for each and every character. Now, what is the capital W value now? 87. Capital W value is 87. Small w value 119. Okay, now it will collect these values. Now, this is 87. This is 119. So now it is collecting ASCII values over here. Clear? So once the ASCII values has been getting collected, these ASCII values will be converting into binary format. These ASCII values will be converting into binary format. It will convert into binary format. Binary values means what? Zeros and ones, right? Binary values. Now, how can we convert? This is the decimal value. We need to convert into binary. Just you can go to the Google, you will be having the option. Decimal to binary. We are having this application. So decimal to binary conversion. First one is what? 87. Click on convert. Now this is the binary value here. Okay, binary value. Now we are placing that binary value over here. This is a binary value. Next one, 119. Click on convert. We can collect the binary value here. Now it is collecting binary value. So both the binary values are available. Now it will compare the binary values one by one. Now it will compare this. It will compare the binary values. First, it will collect the first digit here. Now this is 1. Here also 1. It is comparing these two. Both are same or not? Yes. First one, 1, second one also 1. Then take the second digit. This is 0. Here we are having this value. Now tell me, both are same or different? Both are same? No. 0 is not equals to, okay, 1. Okay. So now in this case, it is returning the value false. So both are not same, both are different. False. Now So that means both are different. That means both are not identical, both are different values. This is how text comparison and binary comparison will works. Text comparison is going to be returning both are identical. Binary comparison is returning both are different. The values are same. Here also welcome and welcome. Here also the same two words over here, welcome and welcome. But both are returning two different results over here. One is going to be comparing the characters without considering the case. Second one is comparing the characters by considering the case as well here. Now, in this case, whatever the equality operator that we have, equality operator will support text comparison, and the equals function will use binary comparison. Equals function will use binary comparison. These are the differences between these two. Now, equality operator equals function, both are having two different functionalities. Equality operator will use text comparison internally, equals function will use binary comparison internally here. Okay, clear? Now, so now in this case here, whenever you want exact matching comparisons, then we can go with binary comparison. Now, for example, now tell me, I have a login screen. In my login screen, we have entered username and the password. So now from these two, which value will be compared by using text comparison? Which value should be compared by using binary comparison? From username and the password, which will be compared by using text comparison? Which will be compared by using binary comparison? Password is binary comparison because password should be in exact case. Uppercase, lowercase, it will check it out. Exact case, we have to enter. Username, we can enter in any format here. Uppercase, lowercase, combination, no problem. So in that case, username should be, okay, we can enter in any format also, any character case, but the password will be exactly in the same case format. So that username will be compared by using text comparison, password will be compared by using binary comparison. So whenever we are comparing the passwords also, upon comparing your record IDs also, object IDs also, we have to go with the help of equals a function. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, this is the difference between equality operator and the equals function. It's 100% common question in every interview. Difference between equality operator and equals function. Okay. Now, let me give just a base point here. It uses the test comparison upon comparing the value. It uses a binary comparison. Done with this? Now, third one, logical operators. So what exactly the logical operators? Generally, what is the use of logical operators and what logical operators you are aware of and are not? Okay, same like as mathematics. So why? Why these operators where we are going to use? Where can we use these logical operators? Okay, right. So in order to prepare compound conditions, that means, for example, come to a small scenario. Assume that I want to apply for a voter ID card. In order to apply for the voter ID card, there is a eligibility criteria. What is that? I should satisfy two conditions here. First one, I should be the citizen of India. That is the first condition. Second condition should be I should have minimum 18 years of age. If I'm satisfying these two conditions, then I will be eligible for applying for the voter ID card. So that means what? Both the conditions should be satisfied. Condition 1, condition 2, both should be satisfied. So in this case, whenever if you want to combine the multiple conditions together to validate the complex data, in order to combine the multiple conditions to form a compound condition. Compound means what? Collection, a group. I want to club the multiple conditions together. In that case, we are using the help of logical operators. Logical operators are used to form the compound conditions by combining the multiple conditions together to validate the data. We are using the help of logical operators. Suppose, for example, I have given 5 exams as part of my semester here. Today they are going to be announcing the results. Then how will check whether I'm got passed or failed? They will check the conditions. Subject 1, more than 40 are not. And subject 2, more than 40 are not. And subject 3, more than 40 are not. And subject 4, more than 40 are not. And subject 5, more than 40 are not. If I'm getting the more than 40 marks in all the subjects, then I will be pass, or else I will be fail. So they're combining these 5 conditions together to validate my result, to check my results here. Like the similar way here also, in order to prepare some compound conditions to validate the complex data, we are using the help of logical operators. So as part of your Apex programming, we have 3 logical operators are available. First one, AND operator. Second one, OR operator. Third one, NOT operator. This AND will be denoted with the help of two ampersand symbols. R will be denoted with the help of two pipe symbols. Not will be denoted with the help of an exclamation symbol here. These are the 3 logical operators are available here. And are not. 3 logical operators are available in Apex programming. Next, the next one, increment or decremental operators. So what do you mean by increment or decremental operators here? So what increment operators and what decrement operators that we have in Apex programming? So here we have two operators are available. First one plus plus, second one minus minus. Plus plus operator is used to increment the value by 1. Minus minus operator is used to decrement the value by 1. So, in order to increment by 1 or to decrement by 1, we are using increment or decremental operators, plus plus, minus minus. So, we have plus plus, minus minus. Now, in this case here, plus plus operator will increment the value by 1, will increment the value by 1. Minus minus operator is going to be, it will decrement the value by 1. Then how can we use this here? For example, assume that I'm having a variable customer age, which is having some 32. Last year, we have captured a customer record. Okay. At that time, the customer age was 32. So now till now, exactly 1 year is completed. Then his age will be what? 33. Okay. So now, in that case, generally what we can do, we are writing like this: customer age equals to customer age plus 1. That means whatever the customer age that we have, that means 32. For that one, I'm adding plus 1. So 33, I'm storing in the variable again. So in this case, instead of writing this much of lengthy statement, just we can able to write customer age plus plus. So whatever the value that we have in the customer age variable, that value will be incrementing by 1. So now the value will be what? 33. Okay. So the output will be 33. Okay. Now for example, I'm having the product quantity variable. For example, so now we are running a small supermarket. In my supermarket, we are having so many products. For example, there is a product is available like a shampoos. Today morning we are having okay 50 shampoo bottles are available in the stock. Okay, in my stock we have 50 shampoo bottles. Just now we have sold out one product here. How many products are left still? 49. So in that case here, whenever if you want to decrement the value by 1, simply we can use product to quantity minus minus. So in this case, it is going to be decrementing the value by 1. So we can able to collect that output value as okay 49. I will come to that point. That is the next operator here. Okay, assignment operators. In order to increment the value by 1, to decrement the value by 1, we are using plus plus and minus minus. Okay. Now, plus plus is called as increment operator, minus minus is called as decrement operator. Next, the last category of operator, assignment operators. So now assignment operators are used to assign some values to that variables, like single equals. Single equals is for assignment. Now, we are having plus equals, minus equals, multiply equals to, division equals to. These are the various assignment operators that we have. Now, let's see. Whenever we are writing the code through Apex programming, single equals means assignment, double equals means comparison here. Okay, double equals means comparison. Clear? Observe the difference between these two. Single equals is for assignment, double equals for comparison. When you go to few programming languages, okay, when you go to few programming languages, they will be using that. Single equals for comparison, single equals for assignment, same. Double equals for comparison. Triple equals for binary comparison here. Okay, binary comparison. In Apex programming, we have okay equals function, but there they don't have equals function. They will use triple equal. Triple equals means binary comparison. Double equals means text comparison. Single equals means assignment. Okay, these are functionalities. Okay, because programming language to programming language, okay, few features will be changing automatically here. Okay. Now, so now we are having single equals for assignment to assign the values here. So now here, just now she raised the question. Sir, to increment the value by 1, we are using plus plus. To decrement the value by 1, we are using minus minus. Suppose if we want to increment the value by 2, or 3, or 5, or 10, or 100 or 1000 or 1 lakh, then what can I do? In that case, we are using the help of assignment operators. Through assignment operators, we can able to increment the value and decrement the value by the number whatever you want. It may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 5, maybe 10 or 100 or 1000, whatever, anything. Then how? Let me explain. For example, assume that we have a customer. The customer has opened a bank account yesterday. He is having the initial balance of 10,000 rupees. Okay, now, so integer balance amount. He is having 10,000 rupees. Okay, so in his account, he is having that balance amount as 10,000 rupees. So now we are assigning the 10,000 value to that balance amount variable by using this assignment operator. Now, just now, he came to the bank branch, he has deposited 4,000 more, has deposited 4,000 more. Then what will be his balance now? 14,000. Then how can we indicate balance amount plus equals to 4,000? Okay, balance amount plus equals to 4,000. Generally, how we are writing this statement? We are writing balance amount equals to balance amount plus 4,000. But in this case, what we are doing? We are writing this variable name two times here. Here also one time. Here also one time. Two times I'm writing, which is occupying more characters. Okay, which is occupying more characters. But in Salesforce, every character will be counting by Salesforce internally. We have to reduce the number of characters. For that one, instead of using this kind of lengthy statement, we can use the help of a shortcut mechanism plus equals to balance amount plus equals to 4,000. Then what will be the result in this case? What is the output now? 14,000. Okay, 14,000. Clear? Now, later, after one day, he went to an ATM machine. He has withdrawal, okay, 2,000 rupees from his account. He went to an ATM machine. He withdrew 2,000 rupees. What is the balance then? 12,000. How can we write balance amount minus equals to 2,000? Then in this case, we can able to have the value 12,000. Now, I want to multiply this value by 2. What we can do? Balance amount multiply equals to 2. What is the result then? 24,000. Okay. Now, later, I would like to divide this value. Balance amount by equals to 4. What is the result then? The output will be 6,000. Like that. So, if you want to increment the value by more than 1, then we can go with the help of assignment operators. Okay, these are the 5 categories of operators are available in Apex programming language. We are having arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, increment or decremental operators, and assignment operators. These are the various categories of operators that we have in Apex programming. Clear? So this is the concept of operators available in Apex programming. Now, so as of now, we know how to define the variables, how to assign, how to perform the operations, how to generate the results. Then how can we print those results on my debug log file? Once the operation has been done, it will generate some results. Then how can we catch the result, how to print the result on my debug log file? So now for that one, we need some output statements. Output statements are used to print the outputs. That means in order to print the outputs on that debug log file, we are using output statements. Then what output statements are available? Now let's see. Generally here, when you go to C programming language, It is having a printing statement or output statement that is called as printf. Here we can specify the message which you would like to print. Suppose if it is some C++, we are using that statement cout. Here we can specify the message which you would like to print. If it is some Java, the people are using system.out.println. Here they are going to printing that message here. Whatever the message they want, they would like to print. Suppose if it is some C sharp.net, the people are writing console.writeLine. They are writing some message, whatever the message they would like to print. So each programming language is having its own output statement. Now, like the similar fashion in our Apex programming, we have a statement called as system.debug. Inside that, we have to specify the message which you would like to print, which you would like to print. Now, so now in this case here, output statements are for what? In order to print the results. Whatever the results we have generated, those results I would like to print. Where? On the debug log file, not on command prompt. Because till now, whatever the statements we have discussed in other programming languages, these output statements are printing the results on command prompt. But in Salesforce, we don't have any command prompt concept because Salesforce is purely a cloud application. We are not using any local environments. So that here we can see the results inside debug log files. During that Apex programming execution life cycle, I have explained very clearly the program will be getting executed by using Apex runtime engine. It will generate the results. Results will be converting in HTML format. That HTML format of results we can able to see on your debug log file. Okay. Now, so now here in this case, okay, now here in this case, as part of Apex programming, in order to print the results on the debug log file, we are using the help of output statements. So here we are having an output statement system.debug. So system is a ready-made class given by Apex programming. System is a ready-made class given by Apex programming in order to, okay, interact with your Salesforce server, and the debug is a method which is going to be printing this message on the debug log file. Whatever the message that you are going to print, specify the message by enclosing with a single quote, because that already told you that message is nothing but a normal string value. String values will be always enclosing in single quotes in Apex programming, so that we have to enclose that message in the single quote, and we can able to make that statement should be ends with a semicolon. So because already we know that in Apex programming each statement should be ends with a semicolon. That is a fundamental rule to indicate this is the end of this statement. Okay, clear? Now make a note of this one. Output statement. Once the operations has been done and the input values, then it will generate the results. We can print the results on the debug log file by using system.debug statement as below. Syntax is, we can specify that syntax. For example, system.debug, I'm indicating welcome to Apex programming. System.debug, this is my first Apex program. Like that, whatever the message that you would like to print, we can write inside that system.debug statement. And this weekend we don't have the sessions. Okay, Saturday, Sunday we don't have the session, and then next session will be on Monday. Because in next weekend I would like to combine two batches to have that admin part. Okay, in admin in security we are having few features are available, so I want to combine two batches and next weekend, next Saturday and Sunday, both the days you will be having the sessions. Okay, Saturday and Sunday 9:30 will be having the session next weekend, not this weekend. This weekend you can take an off. Next weekend we'll be having the sessions.
Excuse me, Feroz.
Yes.
In assignment operator, you said equal, plus equal, minus equal, asterisk equal, and division equal. And you said
Right.
double equal, equal, and triple equal. Can you give me the binary example?
Now see, basically equals in other programming languages they will be having triple equals. In Apex programming we don't have. Okay, we don't
Okay,
have. Because
okay,
here for this one here we have the replacement that is equals function.
okay.
We have the equal function is available there. So now in
Hmm.
other programming languages they don't have equals function, they're having triple equals here.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. Thank you.
done. Now, so now as of now we know how to write that code. Okay, how to perform the operations, how to print the results, we know that. Now let's see where to write the code. What are the various editors that Salesforce has given to write the code? Now let's see. So whenever if you want to write that code in Apex programming language, we have five ways are available to write the code. In order to write the code, we have five ways. First one, we have standard navigation. Second one, we have developer console. Third one, execute anonymous window. Fourth one, URL format. Fifth one, a third party editor that is called as Visual Studio Code Editor. That is also called as VS Code Editor, which is an integrated development environment. It's an IDE. Like as for C programming, we have a separate editor. For Java, there is a separate editor that is called as Eclipse. For .NET people, they're having Visual Studio. Like the similar way, we have a editor called as Visual Studio Code Editor, which has been built by the Microsoft people, especially for the Salesforce developers for the Salesforce application development. Now, so these are the five ways. We are having that first way standard navigation, second one developer console, third one execute anonymous window, fourth one URL format, fifth one we have VS Code editor. These are the five ways are available to write the code. By end of this development, we'll be covering all these five ways. Okay, now let's see. Make a note of this one. Salesforce provides the below five ways to write the Apex programming code. First one, by using standard navigation. Second one, by using developer console. Third one by using execute anonymous window. Fourth one by using URL format. Fifth one by using Visual Studio Code Editor, that is VS Code. Then, how can we execute your Apex programming code? So whenever we are executing your Apex programming code, Salesforce has given 10 ways. Okay, we have 10 ways are available to execute your Apex programming code. So what are those 10 ways? Now let me list out. Salesforce provides the below 10 ways to invoke or execute the Apex code. Invoking, calling, executing all are same, just the terminology difference. Invoking the code means executing the code, or calling the code means executing the code. Same, all are okay, just the terminology differences. So, in order to invoke the code or execute the Apex code, the first way is by using execute anonymous window. Second one, by using Apex triggers. Third one, by using batch programming. Fourth one, by using schedule programming. This is also called as schedule Apex. Fifth one, by using email services. Sixth one, by using web services or APIs. Seventh one, by using Visual Force pages. Eighth one, by using Lightning components or Lightning framework. Ninth one, by using Lightning flows. 10th one, by using Visual Studio Code Editor. So these are the 10 ways are available to invoke your Apex programming code. Like as execute anonymous window, Apex triggers, batch programming, schedule programming, email services, web services and APIs, Visual Force pages, Lightning components or Lightning framework, and then Lightning flows and the Visual Studio Code Editor. These are the 10 ways are available in order to invoke your Apex programming code. By end of the development, I will show you all these 10 ways also. Depends upon that feature, how to invoke the Apex code, we'll see everything one by one. So with this one, we are done with the theoretical concept here. Now we have to enter into practical concept. That means how to write the Apex programming code and then how to execute, how to see the results. We'll see from Monday onwards. From Monday onwards, we are entering into purely programmatical part, how to write that small programs, how to execute them, how to see the results, and how to build some complex logics. Everything we'll see one by one. But understanding these fundamental concepts are very, very important. If you know this fundamental concept, then writing the code will be very, very simple, very easy also. For every programming language, fundamental concepts are the base. If you know the fundamental concepts in one programming, the remaining programming languages you can understand very easily. but only the syntactical differences will be available here. That's it, nothing else. Functionalities will be same. There also they will be having data types, operators, output statements, everything will be similar here, but syntactical differences.
Hi, hi Firoz. For the Apex code editor, do we need to download any kind of software?
No, 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 nothing, nothing. You don't need to download anything in our local system. Everything is accessible through browser.
Even Visual Studio Code editor also?
That we will have to show you. Only this Visual Studio is a third-party editor, so we have to install in our local system, and the remaining all the nine are purely by using browser.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Done with these options? Now, so on Monday, we'll see how can we write some small programs. We'll see practically. Don't miss the programmatical concepts. Those are very, very important. And programming part is very, very important. And don't feel difficult. Programming is very, very easy. If you know these fundamental concepts and the rules, then writing the code is very, very simple. Okay. Don't feel difficult for programming. It's very easy, very interesting topic as well. Okay. Now. So the next session will be on Monday again. This weekend we don't have the sessions because I'm having lighting sessions in this weekend. So that we'll be having the next session on Monday. And next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be having admin security concept features. So I would like to combine two batches over there. Okay, we'll discuss about that security concept functionalities. Okay, now thank you. So let's meet on Monday again at same timings.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.